Today's video is going to be all about the tote bags in my collection. This is every single tote bag that I have, and I feel like I've got a very healthy range of tote bags. I've got a lot of functional styles, I've got a lot of luxury styles and a mix of different textures. I feel like I've got a range of colors here. Could probably do with like a pop of a bright color, but I'm really satisfied with what I have. And considering tote bags are a very functional, utilitarian type of accessory, it's essentially like a glorified bucket for all of your things. I'm really happy with the range that I have, and so today I'm going to be talking about all of the bags that I have here. No particular order. I'll be sharing mini reviews, how I use them, how I've gotten along with them. This video also includes a paid integration with Parisa Wang, a beautiful bag that I'm going to share in this lineup. So let's get cracking. Okay, we're going to start off with an oldie but a goodie. This is the Bellroy Laneway tote pack. This is a hybrid tote bag and backpack. So these are the tote bag straps, and these are, you guessed it, the backpack straps. You can actually unhook the backpack straps and you can store them inside here so that when you wear it as a tote bag, it looks a lot neater. But I love this bag. I love the fact that it is very lightweight. It packs a punch, it fits a lot. It fits my work laptop, which is like a 14-15 inch device. But I predominantly use this for weekend because if I'm honest, I probably use it more as a backpack than I do a tote bag. But it's an excellent bag. It's a great color. It comes in some other colors as well, but I actually like this color. I think that it is a neutral tone, but it also is like a bit of a pop of color. It adds a little bit of interest to your outfit. So I really enjoy this bag. I took this with me when we traveled to Japan. I think I took this with me on our recent trip to Geelong. It's like my go-to travel bag because of the fact that you can wear it as a tote bag or a backpack, and it also just like fits so much stuff. And there are heaps of internal compartments inside as well. So this is a great lightweight casual tote bag if you want like a hybrid type tote bag backpack bag in your life. So really love this one, highly recommend. Next I'm going to share with you one of the oldest tote bags that I have in this lineup. This is the Tory Burch Perry tote, which I bought back either late 2018 or early 2019. I can't remember now. But this bag, being, you know, over 6 years old, is still in pristine condition. It is made of a pebbled leather and it's a triple compartment configuration. And so inside you've got like this amazingly bright lining. It's got a bit of a Saffiano leather feel on the inside. The middle compartment is a zipped compartment and it fits my work laptop in there, no problems. But this bag looks compact, it looks luxurious. It's like the perfect contemporary label bag that is actually just as good as a high-end luxury bag. I don't think that a price tag really dictates the quality of the bag, and this bag has very much proved that. I love that the logo is just very minimal, but it just looks really classy. It also comes with a charm, and it comes in like a contrast color in all of the different colors that it's available in. I didn't really like this red. I found it just a little bit too jarring back in the day, but I might actually put that one back on because I actually don't mind it. I think it's like quite cute and interesting. The straps, you know, they're quite thin, but they're very comfortable. They don't slip off. The base of the bag is just like so. I'm not sure whether the newer versions have the feet, but I will check that and just pop that on screen for you. Anytime anyone asks for a recommendation of a work bag that's under $1,000 Australian that, you know, has that luxury vibe and will last, this is the one bag that I constantly recommend. I have this in tan. I feel like this is a really nice warm neutral shade, but there are some other really lovely colors out there at the moment. Like there are some taupey shades. The black is also really lovely and just classic. This one definitely needed a shout out because it is just a very good bag. Next up, we have the newest addition in my collection. This is the Gabrielle 35 bag from Parisa Wang, and Parisa Wang have kindly sponsored this portion of the video because they wanted me to introduce you to the bag and talk you through how I've gotten along with it. So this is the Gabrielle 35 bag from their range, which is in a chocolate suede. It also comes in a brown suede, which is a slightly lighter shade, and it also comes in a calf skin. And so this bag is from their signature line. It comes in a variety of finishes. It is a hugely popular bag. I've seen it on some of my favorite creators. Now this bag is made from like a British goatskin suede, and the quality of the suede and the materials that are used in the bag are just excellent. I think considering I've had the opportunity of trying a lot of different bags during my time on YouTube, this bag is definitely up there with being incredible quality. The craftsmanship is also fantastic. There are a lot of details in this bag too that are excellent. Now the 35 in the name, Gabrielle 35, I think it denotes the base width, and so it is 35 centimeters across the base, and the dimensions on the website state that you can fit up to a 13-inch device. Now all of the devices that I have at home are 14 inches and up, but I can actually fit my work laptop in there. I think that's a 15-inch device. I can actually pop it in. It fits like across across the base, and then I put all of my other gear around it, and I just can't zip it up. That's the only thing, but it just works similarly to like my Tory Burch Perry tote, where I just don't zip up the bag fully. And it's not a deal breaker in terms of like how I use it, but I mean, it obviously like would swallow up an iPad or a smaller laptop if that's what you have in your use day to day. Now, there are a lot of details that make this bag just a very premium offering, and considering the price point, I think it's quite reasonable for what you're getting. So there are feet at the bottom of the bag. That's not what I have in a lot of the bags that I have in my collection. It can be worn in two ways. It can be worn as a top handle. It can be worn as a crossbody with this strap, like so. The strap is adjustable, winner winner. And there are a lot of compartments just to keep all of your gear organized inside. So it comes like with that main compartment, and then there are some side compartments there, including like a zipped up section inside here. And there are lots of little details that just make this a really premium bag. So Parisa Wang is a New York based brand. It's been around since 2016. I've been really grateful for the opportunity to try this bag, and there are so many bags in their collection that just look really lovely. There are some really nice East-West styles that are really lovely as well that I'd love to integrate into my smaller bag collection. But it definitely ticks all of the boxes for a luxury bag, even though it's offered at a fraction of the price. So yes, thank you so much to Parisa Wang for sponsoring this portion of the video. The next bag that I have is also another hybrid tote pack, but I had to share this one as well because this is one of my favorite style bags in my collection, full stop. It's one of my favorites to wear to the office because it is just so functional and so comfortable. So it is the Bellroy Tokyo tote pack. This is in the compact size. I also have the larger size in my collection as well. But the compact size has been really good for me because it fits everything that I need to cart with me. I also like the fact that my kids can wear this as well. Like, it's one that like everyone can kind of wear in the household. It has the tote bag straps here like that, and then it's got the backpack straps. Like the Laneway tote pack, you can actually unhook these and tuck them into this pocket here so that when you do wear it as a tote, then it looks a lot neater. This one again is packed with internal compartments, and so everything is quite neat inside. It's just a very smart bag and minimal, so I needed to give this one a shout out as well. The next bag that I have is another bag that adds a little bit of texture to my collection. This is my Diffusion triple jump bag in the larger size. There is a smaller version, and I bought this one last year after trying out a few bags from Diffusion's collection. I initially wanted like a larger bag. I can't remember the name of the style now. It's not coming to me, but I do have a video where I share like a try on of 3 different styles, and I ultimately chose this one. This one, even though it looks quite simple, is just a really beautiful bag. It adds a bit of texture. It's like a straw bag, but it's made of leather, and so I really like the fact that it's made to last. I've read a lot of reviews about Diffusion bags, and it always has a lot of positive feedback in comparison to straw bags, for example. And it's also got a Bottega Veneta vibe for obviously a fraction of the cost. It's like 10% of the price of a Bottega Veneta bag. Some of them are priced at insane amounts. This bag is not really designed for a work purpose, but I have carted it with me to the office several times. Every time I do, and every time I pop a laptop in here, the internet cries. I understand, because yes, sometimes the corners of the device do create impressions on the bag, but I've just made sure that I don't wear it to work too often. So I'm cautious of that, but I also like don't deny myself that pleasure as well. In terms of like its configuration, well, it really is just a big tote bag. There are no compartments. It is unlined. There is feedback online, I should point this out, about color transfer, particularly on the inside of the bag. And so I think people use a bag liner, or they make sure that they store things in pouches, or just make sure you don't store anything like white that you don't want stained in there. I don't typically carry anything that like I'm worried would be stained. Like, it's just like my devices, my makeup pouch, things like that. They're always sort of like organized anyway, but that's something that I wanted to point out just because a lot of people have also talked about that color transfer issue. I think that's probably more prominent, or like more of an issue if you have one of the smaller bags, maybe, where you don't have things already compartmentalized. But yes, that's obviously worthwhile noting. When I am not using the bag, I store it in like a stuffed dust bag. So this is stuffed with the tissue paper that the bag came with. Make sure that I keep its shape. But this bag is just like a really lovely bag. I feel like out of all of the bags in their collection, this color is just the best. The chocolate brownie color. I think that is where their straw textured like bags really do shine. So thank you for your service. The next tote bag that I have is one that is probably my most used style for work. It is my Bellroy Tokyo Wonder Tote with this new charm that I'm trialing. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I got this one from Etsy. Really cute, like balloon dog animal type thing. This bag I've had in my collection for a few years and I really love this bag. This is one of my favorite bags. I was involved in the campaign for Bellroy. There's a lot of sentimental attachment to this bag, but it also is an incredible bag. It fits like a 15-inch device in the laptop section. It also fits it in the main compartment. I don't typically zip up this bag when I'm using it. I just sort of dump all of the gear in there. It's all organized because of all of the compartments. Yeah, it's just an excellent bag. The straps are fantastic because they have these little grippy bits, and so it never slides off my shoulder, which can be a bugbear for a lot of like the designer tote bags out there. And it's just packed with a lot of compartments, a lot of smart features. It's got like a luggage pass-through strap here for when you're traveling. They put a lot of R&D into their fabrics as well, so they make sure that they use fabrics that are like recycled. It's just an excellent bag. I think this one is still available and it comes in a lot of other colors as well. This is a smaller version of the bag, but I also have the larger version as well for when I want to cut a lot more with me. This one here looks exactly the same, it's just slightly larger. This one is in, I think, a color that is now either on sale or discontinued, but it's still offered in other colors. This is a larger version of the Tokyo Wonder Tote, which swallows up my 16-inch MacBook, and I really love this bag. So it's essentially the same in terms of configuration. So I just took out like an empty yogurt pouch there that, you know, I was trying to hide from you, but I'm telling you anyway. What's the point? Sorry, just random sounds from the bathroom there. Getting totally distracted. So yes, it looks exactly the same as the internal configuration of the smaller Wonder Tote bag, but it's just a little bit larger. So depending on how much you typically cart with you on your day-to-day adventures will obviously dictate the size that you go for. People ask me which size should I go for because I've got both sizes, and they always ask me if you were to go for one size, which one would it be? I think that's a really difficult question because I found uses for both sizes in my life, but I think the one that I probably use the most is the smaller size, just because it's a great size for the office and it fits my laptop and all of the gear that I typically take with me. Yeah, when I do domestic travel, I will take this bag. When I do like office day-to-day commuting, the smaller one will be the one that I use. So yeah, take what you will from that. If I've confused you further, I'm sorry. But yes, this bag is amazing. This is the #1 tote that I would recommend for those of you that are looking for like a practical everyday bag that will just last and last. And finally, a bag that is on the bougier end of the scale. It's the only bougie tote bag that I have left now in my collection after doing a huge purge at the beginning of this year. Yeah, I did. And this is the only bag that survived. My Celine Cabas tote, the small tote. I don't know whether this is even on offer anymore with new Celine and just like with a new creative director, but this bag I bought over 6 years ago. I can't remember. Everything's just like mushing into the one period. But this is like my go-to bougie tote bag. Is it as comfortable as my other bags? Definitely not. The straps are not as comfortable as, say, even the Tory Burch Perry tote straps. These are very comfortable, but they are nowhere near as comfortable as my Bellroy bag straps, but they are okay. Particularly like when I'm just commuting to work and commuting home, it's not that bad. I think the comfortable bags that I have in my collection have totally broken me and ruined all pretty bags because of the fact that, you know, why am I suffering? But I suffer in the name of fashion. I had the Celine Sosangle bag and the Celine belt bag in the mini size, which is the largest size on offer, contrary to the name, but I sold them over the past couple of years. So this is the only Celine bag that I have left now that's like a large Celine bag in my collection. I have a lot of sentimental attachment to this bag, and I think that the color is really great too. There are a lot of similar bags on the market though that you'll be able to find. This is just like, it represents like a time in my life I kind of want to hang on to for the moment. So yeah, it fits a lot of stuff. I keep it stuffed. That's how beautiful it looks on the inside. There is a bag insert that I bought off Etsy that I use to keep things organized, just because the bag itself in its original state is just one large leather bucket where everything just gets lost. And particularly when you are chaotic like me and you're trying to find like, I don't know, a pen lid. Yeah, it can be crazy. So that's why I keep the bag insert and I use that. Obviously with all of these other bags, they are quite organized just in their original state. And so that's just something that like you always have to compromise with these large capacity designer bags. But yeah, that rounds up the tote bag collection. So let me know, you guys, if you have any questions about any of these bags. I'm like looking at my bed and I'm just like so happy with my collection. I think that it is just a top-notch solid collection. I use every single one of these bags. I really enjoy them. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions about what fits inside. I have a lot of videos already about a lot of these bags, just in previous bag roundups. But at the moment, 2025, at this stage, this is my complete tote bag collection. And I would say that this is like a very truncated version too, because I did let it get a little bit crazy a year ago, but I've made sure that I've just reined it in. So thank you so much to Parisa Wang for sponsoring this video. If you liked hanging out with me, then be sure to hit subscribe so that you are notified of new videos. And I'm also on Instagram. I have a blog, I have a newsletter. I've like spread myself thin across the internet. Make sure that you like check me out on all of those different channels as well. And I will see you guys in my next video.